Hello everybody, I'm TheNthApple and we're here today with Fallout 3 The Legend of Oasis, an area with trees and magical talking people with leaves, which can be located here on the upper north part near Clifftop Shacks, and also here the broadcast tower. And this is a weird place, there's a talking tree, and I think you're going to enjoy it because I know I did, and I just sort of shit myself. So you're going to come up and you're going to see these weirdos here. Don't shoot them, they are not hostile, unless of course you do, in which case you should probably shoot them. So you're first of all going to talk to Treefather Birch, this boyo here.
Come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about.
So you can go closer to him, or you can choose not to. Completely up to you, but if you want to continue you should probably go closer. And he starts walking towards you menacingly. Now, it's here I feel I should mention that this quest will take a bit, so yeah, you should probably let that go. So first of all he tells you that they're called the Treeminders.
Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Treeminders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
So he tells you that he's part of a group called the Treeminders, this is Oasis, and he's called Treefather Birch, and no, those twigs aren't actually growing out of his body. So he asks you to follow him inside, and then you say, okay, no problem man, I'll follow you, please don't kill me. Then he sits on his Game of Thrones like chair made of trees and talks to you some more.
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
Now your first thought is, who the fuck is he? Stop referring to him in the third person just so you want to make me ask. Use a noun, not a fucking pronoun. Okay, so then he will tell you this, and it's kind of weird, but
the Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree.
Yeah, I don't know where they pulled the term god tree out of. I'm guessing maybe a reference to Yggdrasil from Norse lore, but yeah, he's a god tree. You're gonna see that's really not the case, but just listen to him a bit more.
To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him.
So yeah, this involves drinking sappy spooge that you do not know the contents of, and then trusting these people are not going to rape you in your sleep. It actually does put you asleep. It's like a date rape drug, like roofies. So after they make their weird chant, you'll come to this place, a strange, very garden-like area, and you'll see this tree in the middle. You'll have the option to talk to the tree. This is the tree. Do not kill it. Do not kill the tree. It is a nice tree. Okay, his name is Harold. So first of all, you go up and you talk to him.
They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
So even the god tree thinks the Treeminders are a bunch of crazy batshit weirdos who are essentially religious fanatics.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head. Sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called. We were pretty deep inside, and we found last thing I remember before blacking out is something.
So chances are he was exposed to FEV, and then a tree grew into his head. So then he asks you a simple favor, which is actually very dark. Okay.
Would you please kill me?
Now, this goes without saying, this is one of the darkest things that Fallout has ever brought up. Okay, there's always been skeletons of children, there's always been cannibalism. This is pretty dark. This guy wants you to commit euthanasia on him. He wants you to kill him. That's pretty bad by my standards. Not euthanasia, but just it's extreme even by Fallout standards, in my opinion.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies. to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach
Rebel
about
outsider.
peace when all
You
you
are
need
under
to
his
do is
protection.
So they'll both give you some spooge to massage onto Harold's heart, and you can either kill him, or use your woman's spooge, Laurel, or use Tree Father Birch's spooge. Okay, by the way, there's a lot of crabs down here, so you might want to be aware of that when you go in, arm appropriately, and there will be some Mirelurk Kings if you're high leveled enough. Now at this point, I should probably mention that you should usually go, or at least save, and try every single option like I'm about to show you here, as there are 3 options, and each of them gives you different rewards from both the Treeminders or Harold himself, even though the dialogue does not differ that much. But I still think the dialogue is interesting and that you should try and experience it. So the first one is this option. You can try and kill Harold. Now, if you destroy Harold's heart, it will tell you the following. So you've been exposed to Harold's mutation and your skin is now hard as tree bark. You've got the bark skin perk. His heart will also explode into a bloody mess of, you know, whatever that's meant to be. Blood, I suppose, obviously. But yeah, that's what happens there. Now, the bark skin perk adds a good amount of defense on for you. It increases your damage threshold by 5, your resistance to damage by 5%, which is pretty good. After that, you can apply the sap to stop Harold's growth. Now, this is what will keep him alive. This is what Tree Father Birch wants. He wants his gift not to be spread to the waste, because he's worried that people will try and kill the Great One or Harold. So then he says, "Thank you, you've learned a lot," and then he offers you some gifts, and you can go and talk to Harold about it. Now, you tell him these people need him, and then he realizes the error of his ways, and that maybe it wasn't so bad. They really needed him, and he'll stay with them. Now, this is kind of sad, and I usually pick to kill him because I want the barkskin perk, you know, sue me, and also because he literally is suffering. If there's any time to, you know, enact euthanasia, this would be it. He is literally trapped within a prison of his own body. He cannot move, probably never will. So I would kill him, but that's just my opinion. So you can also apply Laurel's liniment to accelerate his growth, which means his gift will be spread to the whole waste and make it a woody wonderland, which is also a pretty good option as well, because I think that is something that waste does need. She'll say thank you, she'll say the Treeminders have got some gifts for him, and that'll be that. Then Harold will give you the same dialogue as before. Now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. This was Oasis. It's a very interesting place, one of the most interesting and fleshed out in the Fallout universe, in my opinion. I wish it had been included more. Maybe there's some link between Harold and the spores found in Fallout New Vegas, which mutated people. I'm not sure, even though that was mostly attributed to Big MT. We'll talk about that another time. I know it's been a while, but all my tests are done, and I will be doing a lot more of these now, and I hope you will join me for them and my other content. If you have any suggestions for future episodes, please, by all means, leave them in the comments section below, as I would love to hear them. If you have any tips or feedback, please also leave them there, and if you have any interests or you want to get in contact with me, then directly message me. I hope that you will like if you enjoyed the episode, share if you think other people should watch it, and subscribe to me if you haven't done so already. And, as always, I hope to see you in the next episode, and goodbye. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you haven't done so already, why don't you subscribe so you can get regular updates to all my content. If you want to, follow me on Twitter, where you can talk to me, ask me any questions you want, and also get any updates that I have on my channel. As you can see, I have linked a video above that I think you will also like that I have made. Please go watch it if you're so inclined to do so. And as always, I hope you will stick around for the next video, and goodbye.